Greetings and welcome to the GLVC Sports Network. Absolutely beautiful day here at QU Stadium, and we have football back here on the bluffs of the Mississippi River. I'm Shane Holsey. Thank you for joining me on the GLVC Sports Network. Actual football that counts for actual stats and towards the standings is being played here at QU Stadium, and we could not ask for a better day. QU will be the first to receive against Indianapolis. They will kick from left to right. First game of this season, just 2 games apiece for both of these teams. Each team will also play McKendree as Lindenwood opted out of this season due to COVID concerns. So it'll just be a 2-game regular season, abbreviated 2021, but all of these athletes will get a chance to come back if they so choose. The season does not count towards their eligibility, so we are happy to have football back in over 500 days since we last saw football here at QU Stadium. If you remember, the last time there was actual football that counted towards the standings, towards stats, it was that William Jewell homecoming game, senior day game, a 47-42 victory for QU in that contest. Andrew Runn setting all kinds of records. He is no longer a QU Hawk, so we'll see a new starting quarterback for the first time since 2018 today for the Hawks, and we'll get a chance to see him in just a moment as Indianapolis is just about ready to kick off. They'll kick off from their own 35-yard line, going left to right, wind blowing in that direction. So GLVC football is finally back. Indianapolis coming off a 9-2 campaign in 2019, 6-1 mark in the GLVC. The Hawks improving their win total once again. They were 5-6, 2-5 in conference play. Indianapolis a 59-19 victory the last time these two teams played, but it was close in the first half. QU made it a game narrowly, but then Indianapolis took over in the second half. They'll be without T.J. Edwards, of course, losing him to graduation, the star quarterback, all-time GLVC passing leader, and holds all kinds of conference records. Over 100 career passing touchdowns, over 10,000 career yards. He's no longer the quarterback, so we'll see a new quarterback for both teams as their seniors depart for graduation. Just about ready to get underway here at QU Stadium. It'll be Brian Mullins to kick off for Indianapolis. Paul Sullivan back deep to return for QU. And the left-footed Mullins will send it away, and we are underway from QU Stadium as that ball goes through the end zone for a touchback. So the Hawks will bring it out to their own 25 to get things started, and a new quarterback for the first time since 2018, Tion Harris, leading his offense out onto the field. Played in 5 games as a freshman back in 2018 for just over 800 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, about a 50% completion percentage before Andrew Runn took over, and he gets the start here this afternoon. Absolutely perfect day, right around 70 degrees at kickoff. Busy day of sports here at both QU stadiums. Baseball will be in action shortly after this ball game. Absolutely gorgeous day, and the Hawks will start on offense from their own 25. For the first time since September of 2018, somebody other than Andrew Runn takes a snap. First play is a pass. Harris throwing out to his right. That pass was deflected. He was looking for Paul Sullivan, and it falls incomplete. The Hawks return just 3 of their top 8 receivers from 2019, Paul Sullivan being one of them. He will serve as the primary target for Tion Harris. Jalen Griffin in the backfield getting the start at running back, the sophomore. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Hawks after that incompletion. This Indianapolis defense gave up about 17 points a game in 2019. One of the top defenses and top offenses in the country. Very experienced group. 2nd down snap. Harris on play action will take it himself. Out to the 30, a gain of 5 on 2nd down for Harris. So he gets half of those 10 yards and makes it 3rd and manageable. That's the dual threat capability of Harris out of St. John Vianney High School. He can sling it, but he can also run it. New offensive coordinator for the Hawks this year as well, Caleb Bogart, with the departure of Keith Bearfield. So life without Andrew Runn and life without Keith Bearfield here in 2021. This offense set all kinds of offensive records school records, 12 of them to be exact. On third down, Harris on play action over the middle. He's got his tight end for a first down. That's Adam Hillis. Gain of 9 out to the 39. And the Hawks convert on their first third down. Confident throw there from Harris across the middle to his big tight end, Adam Hillis, who stands about 6'5". Will likely be a prominent feature in this offense, especially with A.J. Harden and Bo Kafka dealing with some injuries. Two of the Hawks' top targets coming into 2021, but they are both out, so Adam Hillis, the tight end, will likely be a prominent feature in this offense this afternoon. On first down, Harris from an empty set, looking for another tight end, and a completion to Hans Wisniewski, second tight end, along with Adam Hillis. Hawks like to run those two tight end sets. Not quite the fast-paced, up-tempo offense we saw in 2019 that set 12 school records. You never saw this. You never saw them huddle. It was 5 or 6 seconds between each play, and they were snapping it. One game ran almost 100 plays. But with that also comes a lack of time of possession. They possess the ball for just 25 minutes a game. And Tion Harris will have to call a timeout as the play clock approaches 0. So 2nd and 2, second and a short 2, about a yard and a half to go. So the Hawks will call their first timeout. This Hawks team, 5-6 in 2019, improving their win total every season under head coach Gary Bass in his 4th full season as the head man. For the Greyhounds, Chris Keevers in his 2nd season as head coach, a longtime assistant, spent a quarter century as an assistant for Indianapolis, and a 9-1 regular season and the 6th postseason appearance in 8 seasons in his first campaign as the head coach. He mans the sideline for the Greyhounds, and his defense facing a 2nd and short after a 9-yard completion to Hans Wisniewski. So a couple completions to the tight ends so far, Adam Hillis and Hans Wisniewski. Blake Husky in motion. They'll give it to him, and he's out across midfield, and another Hawks first down. Little jet sweep action there for Blake Husky. So he gets the carry from the wide receiver position, gain of 3. They only needed 1. That's good for a first down. And the Hawks are on the right side of the 50. So a 3-yard gain for Husky on second down, and another fresh set of downs for the Hawks. 3 wide receivers. And a free play coming here. Harris going deep for Sullivan down the sideline. It's incomplete, but they're going to get a free 5 yards as the Greyhounds jumped off sides. Looked like Jacob Jones was the guilty party there. The D tackle from London, Ohio. So a free 5 yards, and it'll be 1st and 5 from the 44. So the Hawks will try to get on first down, this time with half the yardage necessary. The one run play was a handoff to the receiver, Blake Husky. Play action. Harris over the middle, and a nice catch. Over the middle made there by Garrett Drew. Another Hawks first down, their 3rd of this drive. And this offense is looking solid here on this opening possession. They're inside the 30. So Garrett Drew, the freshman from right here in Quincy High School, gets his first collegiate reception. And it's a big one, a first down, gain of 15. 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Harris will throw again, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. First sack for the Greyhounds. Kiave Guerriere picking up the sack, the outside linebacker. This Greyhounds team gave up just 23 points in first quarters in 2019. In 11 games, the Hawks scored 82 points in opening quarters. 2nd and 14 here. Harris will just throw it into the ground. So a 3rd and long coming here. This end of the field, you'll be kicking into the wind. It's kind of a side wind, if you will, coming out of the southwest. Going from the far corner of the stadium to the other. So 3rd and 15 coming here, 3rd and long. See if they try to get all of it here or set up a 4th and manageable. Michael Klotz has a decent leg, but kicking into the wind would be interesting from this distance. 3rd and 15. Harris rolls to his right. He's being pressured. He throws for Husky. Jump ball incomplete. No flag. Mike Brown there on the coverage. And now decision time on 4th down. This is kind of that in-between area. Michael Klotz handling the kicking and punting duties. Looks like the offense is going to stay out there. Here we go on 4th down. Harris with the play clock at 5. Some movement. Both sides pointing. Looks like it's going to be a false start. So now this probably makes this decision a little bit easier. But the offense is going to stay out there. Nope, now they'll send out the punting unit. Trying to get 5 extra yards, make it a little easier on 4th down, but they'll send out the punting unit, Michael Klotz, the left-footed kicker. Davion Bell back around his 10-yard line. Hawks picked up 3 first downs on that drive, but it stalls in UIndy territory, and Klotz, short kick, lands at about the 15, gets a nice roll, and it's going to go down inside the 5, so a pretty good punt there from Klotz of 35 yards, and he pins UIndy inside their own 5-yard line. And now the UIndy offense will have a long field to deal with, and Bryce Stancomb starting today at quarterback for the Greyhounds. His first career start came against these Hawks, threw for almost 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. That was the only game the Hawks have won since UIndy joined the GLVC back in 2012. The Greyhounds 7-1 against these Hawks, that lone win coming back in 2016, which was Stancomb's first career start. Getting the start today, the redshirt senior. Sat out last season to retain his eligibility to become the starter once TJ Edwards departed. And his first snap is a run up the middle. And gain of a couple of yards there. That give was to Chris Payne. Chris Payne and Toriano Clinton likely to split some carries here for the Greyhounds with Al McKellar not playing. Stancomb in the shotgun on 2nd and 8 from their own 6. Good punt by Michael Klotz, has him pinned. Stancomb will throw for the first time, going long, but it's a bit too far there for Frank Bentley. Big play, wide receiver. Bentley, 7 catches in 2019 for 157 yards, about 22 yards per catch. Big play target on the outside at 6'3", 200 pounds. So now the first third down, and if the Hawks can get a stop here, they'll have some pretty good field position. 3rd and 8. Under 10 to play here in the first quarter. First offensive possession for the Greyhounds. It's a run. Trying to break some tackles is Jaquan Buchanan, and he's short of the first down by about 3 yards. Nice extra effort to get 5, but he comes up short, and a 3 and out on the Greyhounds' first possession. So now the Hawks could potentially have it on the plus side of the 50 as the limited crowd, a few hundred fans allowed in the stadium, give their QU defense a nice round of applause. Indianapolis gains just 7 yards on that first possession and a 3 and out. Brian Mullins, the left-footed punter, will boot it away to Paul Sullivan. Gets a pretty good Greyhounds bounce and will go inside the 40. And the Hawks will take over at their own 34. Punt of 55 yards off the left foot of Mullins. So the Hawks will get their second chance on offense. 3 first downs on their first possession, but the drive stalled inside the Greyhounds' 35-yard line. After a sack and a penalty, pushed them back 10 yards. They were forced to punt. Michael Klotz with a good punt. That's that field position flip, if you will. But a pretty good punt there from Mullins. And the Hawks will start from their own 34 on their second possession. They were forced to use a timeout on that possession, so 2 timeouts remaining for the Hawks in this half, 3 for the Greyhounds still. Harris, little swing pass for Chris Poindexter, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Gavin Bain making that stop in the backfield. Loss of 3. Just one designed run so far. It was the jet sweep to Blake Husky, the wide receiver. Harris scrambled for a few yards and was also sacked. Harris on second down. He's got some time. Now rolls. Has to loft it up, and it's out of bounds. Harris had nowhere to go. Good coverage on the back end by the Greyhounds. Very fundamentally sound defense. They were drawn off sides. Good coverage on the back end. So another third down here. The Hawks converted one of those on their opening possession. They were 1 for 2 on third down on that drive. They were set to go for it on fourth down, but a false start set them back 5 yards, and they were forced to punt. 4 wide receivers set here on 3rd and 13. Harris under pressure, steps up, and he's wrapped up and dropped. Alec Patch was there along with a couple other Greyhounds. And a 3 and out. And we'll see Michael Klotz for the second time. So we'll send it away once again to Davion Bell. About halfway done in quarter number 1, still no score. 3 and out for Indianapolis on their first possession, but they'll get another chance here. And should be with pretty decent field position. Klotz kicking into the wind in this direction. Handling the kicking, place kicking and punting duties. Bell across the 50. He's got a seam across the 30, and Bell is going to take it to the house. 54 yards, and the first score of 2021 is a punt return touchdown for Davion Bell. No flags. There is a flag at the 34. Hold the phone. There is a flag at the QU 34-yard line. And a hold against Indianapolis, so those 6 points are taken off the board. And a break there for the Hawks. So wipe those 6 points off the scoreboard. And Indianapolis will take over, still with good field position at the 44. So Bryce Stancomb will get his second possession of 2021 as a starter. Long-time backup for the Greyhounds behind TJ Edwards. Bell in motion. The give is up the middle. And lunging forward was Payne for a couple of yards. 2nd and 8 coming. Just under 7 minutes to play first quarter. Neither team has yet to crack the scoreboard. The punt return touchdown waved off. Still, UIndy with good field position on 2nd and 8. Bell once again in motion. Play action. Stancomb, quick hitter over the middle and a first down. Alonzo Derrick, his first catch. Gain of 9 and the first conversion of a first down for Indianapolis. This team averaged 47 points a game. Set a new school record in 2019. But that was under the direction of TJ Edwards. Greyhounds also without Al McKellar. Stancomb. The give is to Buchanan, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Some extracurriculars on the far side. Peyton Chappell, QU's leading tackler from a year ago, gets his first stop. Stancomb will throw on 2nd down, and it's almost intercepted by Jackson Connell. He had his mitts on it. Couldn't come up with it. So Connell will come out after almost causing a change of possession. Got his fingertips on it, but couldn't quite corral it. And a 3rd and long coming here. Stancomb. 3 receivers, a tight end, and a running back in the game. On 3rd and 12. Stancomb has time, and it's deflected up in the air, and it falls harmlessly incomplete. 3 or 4 different Hawks had a chance. That was deflected on the left side of the line. Looked like Mark Cox might have gotten the fingertips on that. He and Colin Ola Chapman were both there on that left side of the line. So now the left-footed Mullins will punt it away. Mullins, a short kick. It lands inside the 10 and goes into the end zone. Unfortunate bounce there for the Greyhounds. So QU will get another possession. They'll take over from their own 20-yard line, but we'll step aside for 30 seconds. We'll be back in a moment. Just over 5 minutes to play, first quarter. Hawks take over from their own 20. Jalen Griffin gets his first carry, just gets across the line of scrimmage, gets a yard. 2nd and 9. So Jalen Griffin, the sophomore running back, big running back. (6'2", 210-pound sophomore. His first carry. Still no score first quarter. Both these offenses trying to find their footing. Tion Harris and this Hawks offense in a 2nd and 9. A flag. Looks like it'll be against the Hawks. An illegal motion. Illegal formation called against the Hawks. We'll set him back 5 yards. So now it'll be 2nd and 14. Hawks went 3 and out on their last possession after getting inside the Greyhounds 30 on their opening possession. Then that drive stalled. They were forced to punt. A couple of punts for Michael Klotz, couple for Brian Mullins. As we approach 4 minutes to play, first quarter of 2021. Harris all alone, quarterback draw, design run, and Indianapolis sniffs it out. They were all over it. Jacob Jones and Kiave Guerriere both in there on the stop. In the backfield, and there's a Hawk down. So 4:05 to play first quarter. We'll step aside. Back in a moment, no score on the GLVC Sports Network.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
So Hans Wisniewski, the injured party on that last play, he exits. 3rd and 16 for the Hawks offense inside their own 15. Harris will give on 3rd down, and Griffin is met in the backfield. Clay Schulte there on the stop in the backfield, loss of 3, and now the Hawks will punt for the 3rd time. Klotz will line up near his own goal line. So 5 possessions and 5 punts so far. These teams combined for almost 80 points rather, the last time they faced off. Klotz. High spiraling kick and a pretty good one. Out to the 48. Into the wind. Not a bad kick there for Klotz. 37 yards on that punt. Indianapolis will take over once again inside QU territory. So the third possession for Indianapolis. Both the first two have resulted in punts. They took over at the 44 of QU last drive, but were forced to punt. Stancomb will give up the middle. That's Payne once again, seeing the bulk of the carries. And Chris Payne gets 6. Under 3 to play, first quarter. Both teams kind of feeling each other out in the early going. Stancomb will throw on second down. They'll set up the screen for Bell, and the speedy receiver is wrapped up just shy of the 40, Peyton Chappell. Hawks leading tackler a season ago. 120 tackles in 11 games. 18 of them for a loss. He prevents Bell from getting into the open field there and sets up a 3rd and short. This part of the field you'd have to think is 4-down territory. Stancomb on 3rd and short. Bit of a low snap, but he gets it to Payne. He's got some blocks around the edge. Payne inside the 25. Ball comes out, and the Hawks are on it. Peyton Chappell. The Hawks will take over. A massive play there on what would have been a 3rd down conversion and would have put Indianapolis in prime scoring position. But Peyton Chappell forces the turnover, and the Hawks will take over. We'll step aside. Back in a moment on the GLVC Sports Network. We're back with you. Inside 2 minutes to play. Peyton Chappell forces the turnover. And the Hawks take over from their own 24. They'll set up the pitch to Griffin, and that was Doon from the start, and the Hawks give it right back. Oh, I think Harris is claiming that was a forward pass. It might have been. That might be an incomplete pass. Ruling on the field was a fumble. Indianapolis ball. Tion Harris claiming that was a forward pass. It was close. So turnovers on back-to-back plays. And now Indianapolis already in the red zone. Well, not the prettiest offensive start to this game you're ever going to see. Stancomb on 1st down. They give it to Buchanan. And he gets a couple. I have to credit this Hawks defense. They've been solid. They've been tasked with some tough field position to deal with, but the 2 possessions the Greyhounds have taken over inside the 50. They've forced a punt and a fumble. Stancomb on 2nd and 8. We'll throw. Quick throw. That's Bentley to the end zone and a touchdown. Frank Bentley. And the Greyhounds strike first in 2021. They take advantage of the gift on the fumble, and they turn it into 6 points. So the Hawks forced a turnover on a 3rd down, what would have been a 3rd down conversion, and then on the very next play, give the ball right back. And the Greyhounds take just 2 plays to get on the board first. Mullins yanks it, but it is up and through. So 7-0 Greyhounds. Final minute of the first quarter. Hawks get the ball when we come back, down 7.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it?
So the Greyhounds take advantage of the turnover, turn it into 7 points, and they lead at 7-0. 17-yard completion from Bryce Stancomb to Frank Bentley. And the Greyhounds score their first points of 2021. Stancomb's 10th career touchdown pass. Mullins will boot it away to Sullivan. And he has some trouble with it, but it goes through the back of the end zone, and the Hawks will take over from their own 25. Bit of a sluggish start to this ballgame on offense. 7 points on the board for the Greyhounds, but they needed to go just 19 yards. And they've started inside KU territory now 3 times. They've started from the Hawks 44, 48, and 19-yard lines after starting inside their own 5 on their opening possession. 3 first downs so far for the QU offense, all on that first drive. Just 25 total yards so far for this Hawks offense. First down carry for Griffin. Just gets across the line of scrimmage. Sophomore Griffin. That's Miles Cheatham, freshman running back. Rockbridge High School. Both he and backup quarterback Grant Hadjasek, freshman from Columbia, Rockbridge High School. So 2nd and 9. Harris on play action. Pressure in his face and a high throw. He was looking for Drew. And a Greyhound is down. Trayvon Hall. That would be a big blow. Safety Trayvon Hall is down. We'll step aside late first quarter. Greyhounds up 7. So Trayvon Hall, with the help of the UND training staff, has helped off the field, and he will exit. Mike Brown will take his spot at the free safety position. Trayvon Hall, key contributor, a safety and on special teams in 2019, played in 10 games. Started a ball game as well. So he is out. A 3rd down once again for the Hawks. They're 1 for 4 on their first 4 tries. Harris throws, and it's intercepted. No, and it's popped out. It is incomplete. Incomplete. Larry Burks was there, had it for a moment, but it was popped out. And so the Hawks will be forced to punt for the 4th time. So now 4 punts and a fumble on the Hawks' first 5 possessions. Three first downs all on that opening possession, and another 3 and out. Klotz sends it away. It was touched on the Hawks side of the 50. There is a flag, couple of flags actually, inside the Greyhounds 40. Well, that's the end of the first quarter as we await we'll step aside. Into the first quarter, 1 quarter play, 7-0 Greyhounds.
Soccer is a physically demanding sport that often results in a tie. Student life comes with its own demands, and often it feels like the losses outnumber the wins. Sometimes you just need someone to listen. It's comforting to know our Quincy team extends beyond the field.
Back with you on the GLVC Sports Network. Shane Holsey with you, Anna Konzak on the 1s and 2s. Evan White manning the camera for us this afternoon. Beautiful Saturday afternoon for football, rather. Baseball later. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Baseball first pitch at 3:30 this afternoon, just across the way at the QU Baseball Stadium. Penalty assessed against the Greyhounds on that punt, so that'll set them back a few yards to their own 31. So that is where the Greyhounds will take over. Took them just 19 yards in 2 plays to score on their last drive after QU fumbled inside their own 20 after forcing a fumble of their own. Well, the Hawks are going to try this punt once more. A bit of a short kick for Klotz, so Klotz will try it once again. Frank Bentley was the recipient of the first touchdown of 2021 for the Greyhounds. Bentley's first career touchdown reception. So Klotz will try it once again. So 4th and 4, and the Hawks will kick it away once again. Bit of a short kick last time for Klotz, so he'll try it again. And he's going to take off. It's a fake. Klotz has the first down. They practiced this week. And Klotz has the first down. Klotz, 5'11", 200 pounds. He's not afraid to put his body on the line. He saw an opening and took it. The Greyhounds just parted the seas. And Klotz takes off for a first down. That's a play they practiced this week. The punter run right up the middle. And the Greyhounds essentially give the Hawks a free first down. So the decision to re-kick, undoubtedly the right one. Klotz, one of the better athletes you'll see from a kicker. And he gets 9 yards and a first down. Now we'll go to the second quarter. 7-0 Greyhounds will step aside.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Soccer is a physically demanding sport that often results in a tie. Student life comes with its own demands, and often it feels like the losses outnumber the wins. Sometimes you just need someone to listen. It's comforting to know our Quincy team extends beyond the field.
So 1st and 10 for the Hawks after the fake punt and a 9-yard carry for Michael Klotz, and the Hawks take over. Jalen Griffin stopped at the line of scrimmage on 1st down. There was a penalty against the Greyhounds on the first try on a 4th and 9, the punt. So a dead ball foul, pushed the clock back, gave us a few extra seconds of the first quarter, and gave the Hawks a free 5 yards. And Klotz on the fake punt picks up a 1st down, and the 4th first down for the Hawks in the opening quarter. Now the first drive of quarter number 2. Harris will throw, has to scramble, gets away from some pressure. Surveying, Harris will throw it across the middle, and it falls incomplete. Harris might have had some room to run up the right side, but he chose to throw it, and it falls incomplete. So 3rd and 10 now. First carry was stopped at the line of scrimmage, an incomplete pass. Now a 3rd and 10. Three punts and a fumble on the Hawks' first 4 possessions. First down on a fake punt. They're still alive in this drive, but in a 3rd and long. Harris is wrapped up immediately. Trayvon Rhodes was in the backfield as soon as Harris caught the snap. And now on a 4th and long, probably won't see a fake here. So Klotz will send it away. So they get a 1st down on the fake punt, but can't capitalize. They lose 4 yards. Bell had a touchdown called back by a holding penalty in the first quarter. He waves for a fair catch and makes it at the 20. "44-yard punt off the left foot of Michael Klotz, and the Greyhounds will take over from their own 20. "19-yard touchdown from Bryce Stancomb to Frank Bentley in the first quarter, the lone scoring so far. And the Greyhounds back on offense. On play action, Stancomb to Bell, then the speedster breaks a couple of tackles and eventually falls at the 28. Davion Bell, the electric wide receiver. He gets 8 on that reception. His second catch now for 9 yards. Stancomb now 4 for 7 with 36 yards and that touchdown. Second and short. The give is to Chris Payne. He's met at the line of scrimmage by who else but Peyton Chappell. Peyton Chappell gets that shoulder into you, gets you wrapped up. You're not going anywhere. So now a 3rd and short. Can the Hawks make a stand here? Indianapolis 0 for 3 on 3rd down so far. These two teams have combined 1 for 9 on 3rd down. Stancomb. Jake Sarabia in motion. Couple of tight ends of the game for the Greyhounds. The give is to Payne, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage by Chappell. They went with the sweep to Payne, and he was met at the line of scrimmage, and now the Greyhounds will punt after facing a 2nd and 2. They get just 1 yard on the last 2 plays. thanks to Peyton Chappell. Already 7 tackles for Chappell in this first half. Averaged over 10 a game last year, or in 2019, the last full football season we had. Mullins will boot it away again. Left-footed kicker gets away a pretty good one into the wind. Gets a good Greyhounds bounce. And we'll go down to about the 17. So a 54-yard punt off the left foot of Mullins will step aside. 7-0 Greyhounds.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Hawks will start from their own 17. Tion Harris on play action. And it's almost intercepted. That was Gavin Bain stepping in the passing lane. 17-yard touchdown catch by Frank Bentley, the lone scoring so far. Each team has punted multiple times. Greyhounds 3 times, Hawks 4 times. Couple of fumbles, one on each team. Just 26 total yards for this Hawks offense. Harris has some room to run. He'll take it. And he's stopped near the 20. So a gain of a couple. That'll set up a 3rd and 7. Hawks 1 for 6 on 3rd down. Greyhounds have not converted a 3rd down. They're 0 for 4. Neither offense has really been firing on all cylinders. The Hawks got 3 first downs on their first possession, but then the drive stalled in Greyhound territory, and since then, it's been nothing doing for this offense. Harris on 3rd and 7 is hounded right away. This Greyhound defensive line just getting all sorts of pressure. That was Clay Schulte getting in the backfield. Harris is just being pestered as soon as he gets the ball. Not much time to throw. And he's sacked once again. Second sack for Schulte. And Klotz has some trouble with the snap. And that will be a safety. So the Hawks save the touchdown, but Klotz has some trouble with the snap, and 2 points on the board for the Greyhounds, and they'll get the ball. So now 9-0 Greyhounds. Sluggish start for the Hawks in the opening game of 2021. 2 points for the Greyhounds. Just under 9:30 to play, second quarter. And the Greyhounds will get the ball as well. So the Hawks prevent the touchdown. But now they'll have to kick the ball away once again. So 2 fumbles already have resulted in a touchdown and now a safety. The Hawks call timeout. We'll step aside, just under 9:30 to play, second quarter. Indianapolis football after the safety.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Nine nothing UIndy here in the second quarter after the safety. A botched snap on a punt. Michael Klotz had some trouble with it, and now he'll send it away right back to the Greyhounds. Not the prettiest start to a football game on the offensive side you're ever going to see. Somewhat understandable, being some 500 days since these teams last laced it up for real. And Davion Bell will return it from inside his own 20. The electric Davion Bell out across midfield, breaks a tackle, stiff arm, Davion Bell, a flag down, and Bell is pushed out at the 32. Man, is this guy electric. Flag on the play on the near side, right around midfield. And Davion Bell is shifty. And the speedster has had a couple electric returns already, but this one, again, will probably be called back. They'll pick up the flag, so the play stands. Bell returns that one inside the Hawks' 35-yard line, and the Greyhounds once again, for the fourth time, will start in KU territory. They started inside their own 5, but since then they've started in KU territory on every possession. A 49-yard return by Bell. And the give to Buchanan. He's up the sideline near the 20. And a first down carry, but a flag is down at the 26. Looks like this one's coming back. Flag down near the GLVC logo on this near side. UIndy averaging 4.6 yards per carry, illegal block below the waist. Called against Indianapolis, so that'll set them back 10 yards. So now second and about 19. Penalty 15 yards from the spot. So it'll be second and 19. First and 19, rather. Stancomb. Quick pass out for Bell. They get it in the hands of their speedster, and Bell wrapped up from behind by Chappell. Nice play there to prevent Bell from breaking that one down the sideline. 8 tackles now for Chappell. So the Greyhounds get back to the original line of scrimmage, second and 10. Jaquan Buchanan behind Stancomb in the pistol. Bell in motion. Give us to Buchanan. Gets a pretty good block. He busts this one up the left side, and he's down near the 10-yard line. Buchanan, a 20-yard run and a first down. Now this Greyhound offense starting to click. They're starting to get the running game going. Down to the 11 and a first down. They can still get a first down without scoring a touchdown. First and 10 from the 11. Stancomb trying to add on to this Greyhound lead. He's going to throw on first down towards the end zone, and a nice defensive play made there by the former receiver, Melvin Brock. Brock played 9 games at wide receiver last year, shifting to the defensive side of the ball in 2021. Had 12 catches for over 100 yards in 2019, playing corner for the Hawks this year. Second down. Payne will get about 4. Chris Payne, the redshirt freshman. So now a 3rd and about 6 coming. Depending on how many yards the Greyhounds get here on 3rd down, and if the Hawks can hold them, might see them go for it on 4th down inside the 10. Big play coming here on 3rd and 6. Jake Sarabia in motion. Stancomb forced out to his right. He'll tuck it and run, and he gets a couple, but not enough for the first down. Nice contain there on the edge. Marcel Scott there on the stop on 3rd down, and the Greyhound offense will stay on the field. And a big 4th down. 4th and 3. Greyhound offense stays on the field. 4th and 3. Stancomb gives to Buchanan up the middle, and he is in for the touchdown. So the move to go for it on 4th down pays off, and Jaquan Buchanan punches it in. And the extra point can make it 16-0. Mullins on to attempt the extra point. 4-yard touchdown carry for Jaquan Buchanan. Kick is up and through. 16-0 Greyhounds. They capitalize on the 4th down. And they lead by 16 here in quarter number 2. Just under 6.5 to play first half. 16-0 UIndy.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Finding your passion is easy at Quincy University. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's degree or looking to go even further, at QU, your professional and academic future is bright. 40 undergrad programs include moments that become experiences, connections that become careers, and relationships that become lifelong support. We want you here. That's why we work hard to ensure that a Quincy University education is affordable. Let us help you put together a plan. Visit discover.quincy.edu to get started.
16-0 Greyhounds after the 4-yard carry by Jaquan Buchanan. Buchanan's first career touchdown extends the Greyhounds' lead to 16-0. Brian Mullins will boot it away, but strong winds blowing from left to right here at QU Stadium blows the ball off the tee. So Christian Conkling will come hold for Mullins. 17-yard touchdown reception by Frank Bentley. A safety on a botched punt. And a 4-yard touchdown run by Jaquan Buchanan. Has the Greyhounds on top 16-0. Mullins a short kick and a fair catch called for at the 25. Craig Travis called for the fair catch there. A bit of a knuckleball off the left foot of Mullins. And the Hawks will take over from their own 26. The Hawks will take over from their own 26. Grant Hadjasek, new quarterback into the game, the freshman from Rockbridge. He'll throw on the first play, going deep, and he overshoots Garrett Drew. So they put Hadjasek in alongside his high school teammate Miles Cheatham at running back. They immediately go deep to Garrett Drew, but it's overshot by Hadjasek, 6'5", 200-pound freshman. So Tion Harris just 5 for 13 in the early going. He's been sacked a few times, just 26 yards. So Hadjasek seeing his first collegiate action on second down. Hadjasek on play action to the left, and that's incomplete. He was looking for Sullivan. And Sullivan helped up to his feet by his teammates, so a couple incompletions. Sets up 3rd and 10. .24 total yards for the Hawks so far. On 28 plays. UND 110 yards on 22 plays. Hadjasek will throw on 3rd down. Forced to his left, he's going to run. And he'll get about half the 10 yards out across the 40, out across the 30 rather. And the Hawks punt team will trot back onto the field. So a 3 and out once again. Michael Klotz will punt once again. This will be his 5th punt. Just under 36 yards per punt in his first 4 tries. Long of 44. Handles that one cleanly and gets it away high up. Gets some help from the wind. And it bounces just inside the 30. Down there by Jackson Connell. And Indianapolis will take over, up 16. Bryce Stancombe, 45 yards and a touchdown so far. 65 yards on the ground for the Greyhounds on 13 carries. Chris Payne has seen the bulk of the carries so far. 7 carries, 32 yards. Jaquan Buchanan with a rushing touchdown, 32 yards on 5 carries for him. Stancombe will throw on 1st down. Has a man wide open. And Aaron Matteo down inside, Maceo rather, inside the 30. Aaron Maceo on that reception. And he's down to the 31. A big play on 1st down for Indianapolis. Gain of 39. Buchanan gets another carry, gets a good block, and gets inside the 20. Kednal Alexis threw a big block and sprung Buchanan for a gain of 13. One of the best offensive lines in the country, this Greyhounds unit. Chris Payne back into the game after Buchanan picks up that 1st down. And they'll give it to him. Chris Payne, patient running, and he's tripped up at about the 15. Looked like Jackson Connell on that stop, and he's shaken up. Jackson Connell slowly back to his feet. Official timeout. We'll be back in a moment as they check on Connell. Second down coming up for UIndy. So a 2nd and 8 as Jackson Connell exits the ball game. Stancomb on play action has his tight end Sarabia inside the 5 and inside the end zone for the touchdown. Joseph Sarabia. And the second passing touchdown for Stancomb. He had 2 touchdowns in his first career start against these Hawks back in 2016. And the Greyhounds offense starting to pour it on here in the second quarter. Mullins on to attempt the point after. And he makes it 23-0. Second passing touchdown for Stancomb. This one to Joseph Sarabia. And it's 23-0. Greyhounds on top. 3:49 to play, second quarter. Greyhounds up big. $23-0 Greyhounds after a 15-yard touchdown from Stancomb to Sarabia, and once again the ball blows off the tee. 3:49 to play, second quarter, 2 passing touchdowns for Sarabia. He's now 1 away from the century mark. 99 yards, 7 for 11. 81 yards on the ground for the Greyhounds, and this offense starting to pick up here in the second quarter. They've been the beneficiaries of a couple of QU turnovers and have taken advantage. Paul Sullivan will take it inside his own 10. Out to the 25, and he's popped by Benjamin Honeyus. So Sullivan gets to about where he would be if you would have just called for a fair catch, out to the 25, and that's where the Hawks will take over. And we'll see the second drive for the young freshman, Grant Hajicek. Hajicek, 6'5" freshman from Rockbridge High School out in Columbia, Missouri. Hajicek will give to Jalen Griffin on first down, and Griffin is stopped up at the 27, gain of a couple. So 2nd and 8 coming. This Indianapolis defense only gave up just under 18 points a game last year, and they have kept the Hawks off the scoreboard so far. Greyhounds will receive the second half kickoff, so this drive, ever important for this Hawks offense if they want to keep this game from getting away. Second down carry doesn't go for much. And the Greyhounds will use one of their 3 timeouts. We'll try to give their offense as much time as possible if they can stop the Hawks here on third down. So they'll put 2:53 back on the clock. Here in a third down and about 7. Just 31 total yards on 31 plays so far for this Hawks offense. They got 3 first downs on their opening drive, but since then just 1 first down, and that came on a fake punt. So the offense was humming on the first drive, and then the drive stalled inside the Greyhounds' 30-yard line, and they were forced to punt, and since then the offense has been rather sluggish. A couple of fumbles and a safety. And the Greyhounds have capitalized off the Hawks' turnovers. Third down and 8. Grant Hadjasek under pressure. He's hit as he lets go of it. It's complete to Chris Poindexter, but short of the first down. So another 3 and out for this Hawks offense. The Greyhounds will get the ball back once again, and they will get the ball to start the second half as well. Michael Klotz will boot it away once again for the 6th time. He's been busy in this first half. Davion Bell just gets away from it. I don't think he touched it. He just got away from it. Hawks claiming he touched it, but he got out of the way. The ball will be down just outside the 20-yard line. So, turns out to be a pretty decent punt off the left foot of Michael Klotz. And the Greyhounds will try to add on to their 23-point lead. This QU defense in desperate need of a stop here. So the Greyhounds take over from their own 21. Bryce Stancomb, 7 for 11. He's done the job so far. Hasn't turned the ball over. A couple of touchdowns. 81 yards on the ground for the Greyhounds so far. 44 for Jaquan Buchanan, 34 yards for Chris Payne. Buchanan begins this drive in the backfield behind Stancomb. And he'll get the first down carry. And he's hit from behind. Will Henniger stops him for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. And the Greyhounds hurry things up. They have 2 timeouts to work with on what could be the final possession of the half. Clock now under 2 minutes. 2nd and 7. 4 wide receiver set. 3 to the right side. Stancomb across the middle. That's Maceo, who had a 39-yard catch on the Greyhounds' last drive. And he picks up the first down. Aaron Maceo, his second catch. And the Greyhounds hurry it up. Stancomb, plenty of time. Gets it out to Bentley, who stumbled and made the catch. Nice mid-air adjustment there by Frank Bentley, who scored the first touchdown for the Greyhounds. his second catch, and good for another Greyhounds first down. They go quickly once again. Maceo once again. Gain of 6. Stancomb confident delivering the ball to his receivers on this drive. He's a perfect 3 for 3. 2 completions to Maceo, 1 to Bentley. Maceo got out of bounds, so the clock stops, and a nice tackle there by Roosevelt Joseph as he tripped up Buchanan near the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and short. Stancomb. Plenty of time to throw, and he's got a man. Ryan Topper, his first catch. One of the top targets for Stancomb. Topper, over 450 yards last season. Stancomb will throw again. Davion Bell inside the 5. Davion Bell found a seam. Stancomb delivered an absolute dime. There were multiple Hawks in the area, but none of them got their heads turned around in time. Stancomb still perfect on this possession. Gain of 36 down to the 4. Under 40 seconds to play. The Greyhounds trying to put up a 30 spot potentially in this first half. .169 yards through the air so far for Stancomb. He threw for almost 400, 396 in his first career start against the Hawks, and a couple of touchdowns, and he's 12 for 16. A perfect 5 for 5 on this drive for 70 yards. That last throw, probably the best throw he's made all day, to Davion Bell. No timeouts left for the Hawks. Still a couple for Indianapolis. But they haven't had to use any on this drive. 1st and goal. Stancomb. Pitch to Bell, and he is stopped just short. Got down to the 2, and now Indianapolis will call their second timeout. Went with the little push pass there from Stancomb to Davion Bell, trying to get their athlete out in space. But the Hawks sniffed it out. Still got a couple of yards, so he gets about half the yardage necessary. And it'll be 2nd and goal from about the 2. Now with 25 seconds left. And UIndy will be the recipients of the second half kickoff as QU started the ball game with possession of the ball. $23-0 here in the second quarter. 16 points in the second quarter for Indianapolis. They scored the first touchdown late in the first quarter on a 17-yard pass from a Stancomb to Frank Bentley. Since then, a safety, a rushing touchdown by Jaquan Buchanan, and a Stancomb pass to Joseph Sarabia. 2nd and goal from the 2. 1 timeout left for Indianapolis. Sarabia in motion. Buchanan up the gut, and he is in. No, they say he's short. Down just inside the 1. And now the Greyhounds will use their final timeout. They were hurrying to the line of scrimmage. Instead, they'll choose to use their final of their 3 timeouts, so neither team with a timeout remaining. A reminder, QU baseball in action against Truman State shortly after the conclusion of this game. Just across the way. Hawks wearing their all-black unis this afternoon. A Thursday, Friday, Saturday series here on Easter weekend, and instead of the typical Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one game on Thursday, two on Friday. Yesterday, Hawks looking for the sweep in Game 4 this afternoon against Truman State. Across river rivals, some 60 miles or so away in Kirksville. And Stancomb and the Greyhounds trying to punch this one in from the 1 on a 3rd down. Stancomb gives to Buchanan, and he is short. The Hawks make a stand. Clock is still running. Neither team has a timeout. They'll try to rush the field goal unit out there, but they're not going to get it off in time. Oh, they do get it off. And they got it off in time. I didn't think they had any chance of getting that off, but props to the Indianapolis field goal unit rushing out there. Only had about 8 seconds to work with, and they get 3 points before the half concludes. 26-0 Indianapolis. As we've reached the halftime break, get your halftime programming, get you some halftime stats. In a short bit, we'll step aside. 26-0 Greyhounds, a dominant first half.
Soccer has always played a major role within the Reese family. My uncle played in college. My brother and sister did too. I have played with my 2 cousins at Quincy. Soccer is what brings us together. It's what drives us. It's the beautiful game that I get to play in my hometown, where I'm focused on being the best player and person that I can be. I'm Aubrey Reese, and the GLVC is me.
Hi, I'm Marty Bell, Vice President for Intercollegiate Athletics at Quincy University, and you're watching the GLVC Sports Network.
This is a celebration. Quincy University is nearly 160 years old, and this is our first comprehensive campaign, Forever Forward. We raised over $25 million, which was in excess of our $25 million goal. Literally every student at Quincy University has and will be impacted by this campaign. A project near and dear to many of our alumni was the dollars raised for our QU Chapel.
The QU Chapel is truly the heart of this university and of our campus, and so with us just celebrating 100 years of it being in existence, of course there's some upkeep and need, so the capital campaign has definitely helped us to make most of those repairs.
Work that was done on the chapel included a new roof, tuck pointing, and the heating and cooling system was replaced.
Of course, we still need to help out with the paint and the glorious stained glass windows that bring in light to our chapel, and the carpeting and the sound system.
The Connie Niemann Center is home for choirs, bands, piano labs, and music theory, and it also doubles as a retreat center.
The story behind the Connie Niemann Center for Music is a story of love and passion. Rich and Connie actually met on the band field. He wanted to take and say thank you in a special way.
So I know that it wouldn't have been possible without the generosity of the Niemann family.
The Student Success Center is another project within the campaign that impacts all of our students.
The SSC is the Student Success Center, and it is located in the basement of Brenner Library.
And it's really, the central hub of the university. No matter what type of day, is it 3 a.m. or maybe 5 p.m., there's students always there.
Whether it be a student going in for remedial help, looking for an internship, or seeking study abroad opportunities.
In addition to the different academic services offered at the SSC, we also have different offices like student development, which includes housing or residence life, and the Quest Center, which houses the internships and the different science resources that you can access.
The inclusion of QU Stadium, both football and baseball, was a definite need.
It's just a different atmosphere here at Quincy, and honestly it wouldn't have been possible without the donors to build the beautiful stadium.
The multi-million-dollar project included turf field, press box, entertainment suites.
It makes our stadium one of the best in the conference, honestly, and I'm thankful that I was able to be a part of that for 4 years.
The enhancements made at the Center for Science is due to the generosity of many. We did, however, receive a lead gift of $2 million from an anonymous alum, which really got this project off to a good start.
We have state-of-the-art labs, whether it's biology, chemistry, or cadaver. So because of the labs here at Quincy that have kind of the state-of-the-art gear, and especially with smaller class sizes, we really get that one-on-one technique with the instruments and the professor. So not only do we understand how to use the machine, but we know how to use it well.
I can't think of a better way to honor the rich heritage of the soccer program at QU than the Legend Stadium project.
What an honor it is for me and my teammates to play at Jack McKenzie Field at Legend Stadium. Jack was here for 43 years. He is soccer.
It was very special to have the Legend Stadium project, including Jack McKenzie Field, completed before the passing of our beloved coach, Jack McKenzie.
So in my opinion, I think we have the best complex in the GLVC. This isn't just soccer. These are friendships. This is family. And I know that it's just a game and it's just a field, but it's really not. You have, with your donations, you've given people the greatest friends they'll ever meet, their best friends, and I just want to say thank you for everything.
QUTV is a real collaboration between the university and Quincy Media Incorporated.
The studio is giving me so many different opportunities, especially hands-on. You get to do it all yourself.
The QUTV studio is truly a win-win, both for Quincy University and our students and Quincy Media Inc.
Other students that have gone through QUTV and the journalism major, I know they've had multiple offers from different companies waiting for them before they even hit the graduation date. I just don't think I could have received an experience like this at any other university.
We're very excited that we have exceeded our goal for this campaign, and we look forward to carrying these projects forever forward.
Soccer is a physically demanding sport that often results in a tie. Student life comes with its own demands, and often it feels like the losses outnumber the wins. Sometimes you just need someone to listen. It's comforting to know our Quincy team extends beyond the field. Soccer has always played a major role within the Reese family. My uncle played in college. My brother and sister did too. I have played with my two cousins at Quincy. Soccer is what brings us together. It's what drives us. It's the beautiful game that I get to play in my hometown, where I'm focused on being the best player and person that I can be. I'm Aubrey Reese, and the GLVC is me.
Hi, I'm Marty Bell, Vice President for Intercollegiate Athletics at Quincy University, and you're watching the GLVC Sports Network.
This is a celebration. Quincy University is nearly 160 years old, and this is our first comprehensive campaign, Forever Forward. We raised over $25 million, which was in excess of our $25 million goal. Literally every student at Quincy University has and will be impacted by this campaign. A project near and dear to many of our alumni was the dollars raised for our QU Chapel.
The QU Chapel is truly the heart of this university and of our campus, and so with us just celebrating 100 years of it being in existence, of course there's some upkeep and need, so the capital campaign has definitely helped us to make most of those repairs.
Work that was done on the chapel included a new roof, tuck pointing, and the heating and cooling system was replaced.
Of course, we still need to help out with the paint and the glorious stained glass windows that bring in light to our chapel, and the carpeting and the sound system.
The Connie Nieman Center is home for choirs, bands, piano labs, and music theory, and it also doubles as a retreat center.
The story behind the Connie Nieman Center for Music is a story of love and passion. Rich and Connie actually met on the band field. He wanted to take and say thank you in a special way.
So I know that it wouldn't have been possible without the generosity of the Nieman family.
The Student Success Center is another project within the campaign that impacts all of our students.
The SSC is the Student Success Center, and it is located in the basement of Brenna Library.
And it's really, the central hub of the university. No matter what type of day, is it 3 a.m. or maybe 5 p.m., there's students always there.
Whether it be a student going in for remedial help, looking for an internship, or seeking study abroad opportunities.
In addition to the different academic services offered at the SSC, we also have different offices like student development, which includes housing or residence life, and the Quest Center, which houses the internships and the different science resources that you can access.
The inclusion of QU Stadium, both football and baseball, was a definite need.
It's just a different atmosphere here at Quincy, and honestly it wouldn't have been possible without the donors to build the beautiful stadium.
The multi-million-dollar project included turf field, press box, entertainment suites.
It makes our stadium one of the best in the conference, honestly, and I'm thankful that I was able to be a part of that for 4 years.
The enhancements made at the Center for Science is due to the generosity of many. We did, however, receive a lead gift of $2 million from an anonymous alum, which really got this project off to a good start.
We have state-of-the-art labs, whether it's biology, chemistry, or cadaver. So because of the labs here at Quincy that have kind of the state-of-the-art gear, and especially with smaller class sizes, we really get that one-on-one technique with the instruments and the professor. So not only do we understand how to use the machine, but we know how to use it well.
I can't think of a better way to honor the rich heritage of the soccer program at QU than the Legend Stadium project.
What an honor it is for me and my teammates to play at Jack McKenzie Field at Legend Stadium. Jack was here for 43 years. He is soccer.
It was very special to have the Legends Stadium project, including Jack McKenzie Field, completed before the passing of our beloved coach, Jack McKenzie.
In my opinion, I think we have the best complex in the GLVC. This isn't just soccer. These are friendships. This is family. And I know that it's just a game and it's just a field, but it's really not. You have, with your donations, you've given people the greatest friends they'll ever meet, their best friends, and I just want to say thank you for everything.
QUTV is a real collaboration between the university and Quincy Media Incorporated.
The studio is giving me so many different opportunities, especially hands-on. You get to do it all yourself.
The QUTV studio is truly a win-win, both for Quincy University and our students and Quincy Media Inc.
Other students that have gone through QUTV and the journalism major, I know they've had multiple offers from different companies waiting for them before they even hit the graduation date. I just don't think I could have received an experience like this at any other university.
We're very excited that we have exceeded our goal for this campaign, and we look forward to carrying these projects forever forward.
Soccer is a physically demanding sport that often results in a tie. Student life comes with its own demands, and often it feels like the losses outnumber the wins. Sometimes you just need someone to listen. It's comforting to know our Quincy team extends beyond the field.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Finding your passion is easy at Quincy University. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's degree or looking to go even further, at QU, your professional and academic future is bright. 40 undergrad programs include moments that become experiences, connections that become careers, and relationships that become lifelong support. We want you here. That's why we work hard to ensure that a Quincy University education is affordable. Let us help you put together a plan. Visit discover.quincy.edu to get started.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
From court to court and lane to lane under the lights or under the sun. No one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sport.
Soccer has always played a major role within the Reese family. My uncle played in college. My brother and sister did too. I have played with my two cousins at Quincy. Soccer is what brings us together. It's what drives us. It's the beautiful game that I get to play in my hometown, where I'm focused on being the best player and person that I can be. I'm Aubrey Reese, and the GLVC is me.
Hi, I'm Marty Bell, Vice President for Intercollegiate Athletics at Quincy University, and you're watching the GLVC Sports Network.
This is a celebration. Quincy University is nearly 160 years old, and this is our first comprehensive campaign, Forever Forward. We raised over $25 million, which was in excess of our $25 million goal. Literally every student at Quincy University has and will be impacted by this campaign. A project near and dear to many of our alumni was the dollars raised for our QU Chapel.
The QU Chapel is truly the heart of this university and of our campus. And so with us just celebrating 100 years of it being in existence, of course there's some upkeep and need. So the capital campaign has definitely helped us to make most of those repairs.
Work that was done on the chapel included a new roof, tuck pointing, and the heating and cooling system was replaced.
Of course, we still need to help out with the paint and the glorious stained glass windows that bring in light to our chapel, and the carpeting and the sound system.
The Connie Nieman Center is home for choirs, bands, piano labs, and music theory, and it also doubles as a retreat center.
The story behind the Connie Nieman Center for Music is a story of love and passion. Rich and Connie actually met on the band field. He wanted to take and say thank you in a special way.
So I know that it wouldn't have been possible without the generosity of the Nieman family.
The Student Success Center is another project within the campaign that impacts all of our students.
The SSC is the Student Success Center, and it is located in the basement of Brenner Library.
And it's really, the central hub of the university. No matter what type of day, is it 3 a.m. or maybe 5 p.m., there's students always there.
Whether it be a student going in for remedial help, looking for an internship, or seeking study abroad opportunities.
In addition to the different academic services offered at the SSC, we also have different offices like student development, which includes housing or residence life, and the Quest Center, which houses the internships and the different science resources that you can access.
The inclusion of QU Stadium, both football and baseball, was a definite need.
It's just a different atmosphere here at Quincy, and honestly, it wouldn't have been possible without the donors to build the beautiful stadium.
The multi-million-dollar project included turf field, press box, entertainment suites.
It makes our stadium one of the best in the conference, honestly, and I'm thankful that I was able to be a part of that for 4 years.
The enhancements made at the Center for Science is due to the generosity of many. We did, however, receive a league gift of $2 million from an anonymous alum, which really got this project off to a good start.
We have state-of-the-art labs, whether it's biology, chemistry, or cadaver. So because of the labs here at Quincy that have kind of the state-of-the-art gear, and especially with smaller class sizes, we really get that one-on-one technique with the instruments and the professor. So not only do we understand how to use the machine, but we know how to use it well.
I can't think of a better way to honor the rich heritage of the soccer program at QU than the Legend Stadium project.
What an honor it is for me and my teammates to play at Jack McKenzie Field at Legend Stadium. Jack was here for 43 years. He is soccer.
It was very special to have the Legend Stadium project, including Jack McKenzie Field, completed before the passing of our beloved coach, Jack McKenzie.
In my opinion, I think we have the best complex in the GLVC. This isn't just soccer. These are
just about ready to start half number 2 here on the GLVC Sports Network. 26-0 Indianapolis. They put up 19 points in the second quarter. A field goal, a safety, and a couple of touchdowns. One on the ground by Ja'Cory Buchanan, and another through the air from Bryce Stancomb to Joseph Sarabia. He has another touchdown as well to Frank Bentley back in the first quarter. Nothing doing really for this Hawks offense since the first drive of the game. Just 34 total yards in that first half on 32 plays. Indianapolis, 258 yards on 36 plays. Bryce Stancomb, 171 yards and 2 touchdowns. He has been dynamite in this first half for Indianapolis, and he will get the ball once again to start half number 2 as Michael Klotz will send it deep. And that is through the end zone for a touchback. Wind blowing in that direction, so Klotz sends it through the back of the end zone. And the Greyhounds will take over at their own 25, up 26-0. Bryce Stancomb had a couple of touchdowns in his collegiate debut back in 2016, his first career start, rather, against these Hawks. 396 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Wasn't a losing effort for the Greyhounds. That's the only Quincy win against the Greyhounds since they joined the GLVC back in 2012. 7-1, the Greyhounds lead this all-time series. A 40-point victory last season in Indianapolis. Stancomb on the first play of the second half. He will throw, and an incomplete pass. He was looking for Davion Bell, who had 5 catches for 56 yards in the first half. A couple of electric returns as well. Had a punt return for a touchdown called back by a penalty. And also had a long return late in the second quarter. First pass to him was incomplete, so 2nd and 10. Bit of a slow start for both offenses in the early going, but the Greyhounds were the beneficiaries of a Quincy fumble and capitalized on it with 7 points, and since then, it's been all Greyhounds. The pitch and a face mask will be called against Will Henniger. Unfortunate there for the Hawks defense as Davion Bell was stopped in the backfield, but they're going to get Henniger for a face mask. Henniger did all he could to keep Bell from getting to the outside. If he breaks that, he could still be running. So probably not the worst penalty in the world if you're Henniger. Of course, you want to wrap him up by something other than his face, but potentially saved a big play. And Bell will have to come out of the game for one play after losing his helmet. Rule at the NCAA level, if your helmet comes off in the field of play during live action, you must sit out for a play. So Bell will sit out on this first down. Now the Greyhounds from their own 40. Stancomb. Quick throw. This is Topper. Ryan Topper gets about 8 to the 48. Second catch for Topper. Stancomb now 14 for 18 for $179. 2 touchdowns. Now 11 career touchdowns through the air for Bryce Stancomb, the starter this year with the departure of TJ Edwards. Second down and short. Here's Buchanan. He has a first down, and he's hit hard. Out across the 50. That was Jonas Filer delivering the punishment. Some jawing after the whistle. But a 4-yard carry and a first down for Buchanan. $54 yards now for Buchanan on 11 carries, and a Hawk is down in the secondary. It's Marcel Ellis. He'll be helped to his feet. He will exit the ball game. The official timeout. We'll keep it here under 14 to play. Third quarter rather. First drive of the second half for the Greyhounds. They picked up a couple of first downs. One on a face mask penalty. Another on a 4-yard carry on the last play by Jaquan Buchanan. And now Chris Payne, who started the ball game in the backfield for the Greyhounds. He and Buchanan have pretty much split carries. 10 carries for Buchanan, 8 for Payne. 87 yards on the ground for the Greyhounds, and Payne will get a first down carry. And the Greyhounds offensive line gives him a nice hole to run through, and he picks up about 8. Greyhounds averaging almost 5 yards per carry. So far, 95 yards on the ground. Stancomb, a little swing pass, Buchanan in open space inside the 20. And the Greyhounds once again deep in Hawks territory. The QU defense just starting to get worn down by this Indianapolis offensive attack. They're up over 300 total yards. Buchanan, another carry. He's met just across the line of scrimmage. Second and 9. Stancomb now of over 200 yards through the air. And the Greyhounds have eclipsed the century mark. 105 rushing yards. Payne cuts back for a couple. Just shy of the 15-yard line. That'll bring up third down. Third and about 6, maybe 7. The Greyhounds got away a field goal right as time expired in the first half. They rushed the field goal unit out there on a fourth down. Just barely got the snap off in time to make it 26-0, and they're driving here on the first possession of the second half. Third and 7. Quick throw and a catch by Topper. Nice concentration there by the redshirt senior Topper. And he makes the catch. He's short of the first down. And the offense for the Greyhounds stays on the field. They scored a touchdown on a fourth down in the second quarter. 4th and 3. UIndy has converted their only fourth down attempt today. On 4th and 3, Buchanan cuts back but has nowhere to go, and the Hawks stop the Greyhounds on 4th down. Tried to get Buchanan out on the edge, but he had nowhere to go. Hawks defense was all over it, and they'll take over. Empty possession for the Greyhounds after they get inside the Hawks 15. Greyhounds now 1 for 2 on 4th down. The Hawks converted a 4th down on a fake punt. In the second quarter, that was their last first down they converted. Just that one first down since the opening possession for the Hawks. Just 34 total yards in the first half. Grant Hadjasek sees his third drive at the helm for the Hawks after Tion Harris started this game at quarterback. The freshman Hadjasek from Columbia, Missouri. Hawks from their own 12-yard line. First down run, and it goes nowhere. This UIndy defensive line and the front seven winning the battle in the trenches so far. 2nd and 11. Since the first drive of the game, this Hawks offense has been quiet. 2nd and 11. Hadjasek on play action. He's going to take it himself. He's got close to a first down, out to near the 20. He'll be a couple yards short as he took a hit. Don't want to see your freshman quarterback taking hits like that, but at least it was on his left shoulder, not his right one. So 3rd and short. Hawks 1 for 9 on 3rd down. These teams have combined 2 for 17 today on 3rd down. But the Greyhounds lead at 26-0. Hawks looking for any sort of momentum on offense. Hadjasek on 3rd down. They'll run it up the middle. Jalen Griffin. And a first down carry for Griffin out across the 30. And a gain of 12 and a first down. Now, this Hawks offense may be energized a little bit. Just 5 first downs. Just 2 since the opening drive. It was promising from the start. Hawks got inside the Greyhounds 30, but the drive stalled. On first down. Hadjasek. Another run for Griffin. He's met by Kiave Guerriere. Kiave Guerriere has had his imprint on this game so far. This Greyhound defense gave up fewer than 18 points a game last year, much of that unit returning this year. Their only regular season loss last year to the eventual conference champions, Lindenwood, and they're looking every bit like a top-tier team here this afternoon. Guerriere once again on that stop. 3rd and long. After those first 2 runs, after the first down, go nowhere. 3rd and 10. Hawks converted a 3rd down to get to this position, trying to convert another. This one a little bit longer, 3rd and 10. Hadjasek. Under some pressure, it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Hadjasek took a shot. Mitch DeWitt came flying in like a speeding bullet and hit Hadjasek right as he released the football. So once again, the Hawks will punt for the 7th time. Davion Bell back inside his own 35. Klotz. A low kick. Bell will take it. Sidesteps a couple of tacklers, but is stopped at the 35. So good coverage by the QU punt team. But pretty good field position once again for the Greyhounds. Bryce Stancomb, 205 yards and a couple of touchdown throws. He's completed 76% of his passes this afternoon. Greyhounds did turn the ball over in the first quarter, but got the ball right back on the next play. Stancomb, design rollout, looking deep for Bell. He has a step, but he can't make the catch. Oh, Bell might have had a touchdown if he just would have hauled it in. He had a step on Jonas Filer. Throw was a little bit behind him. Not the greatest throw from Stancomb, throwing into the wind. And Bell couldn't quite haul it in. Could have been his 6th catch and could have put him over the century mark. He had 6 touchdowns in 2019 on just 38 catches. Averaged about 16.5 yards per catch. Quick throw for him here. He gets a couple of blocks. He doesn't need a whole lot of room to operate. And he gets not quite enough for a first down. Gets about 9. It'll be 3rd and short. And he has speed to burn. 6 catches for now 65 yards for Bell. Leading receiver so far for either team. 7 different Greyhounds have caught a pass from Bryce Stancomb. 3rd and short. Payne has plenty enough for a first down. Lowers the shoulder. And a bruising run for Chris Payne. He's a big back, 6'1", 220 pounds. And he lowered the shoulder and ran right through Marcel Ellis. So now Indianapolis on the plus side of the 50. Play action. Stancomb over the middle. Bell hit hard at the 40, but he has the first down. Davion Bell has been all over the field this afternoon making plays. 5'7" senior from Indianapolis. Having himself a day. 7 catches. Now for 77 yards. Jaquan Buchanan to the left side. Almost gets away, but he's tripped up. Arthur Tate in there on the stop for QU. ...120 yards on the ground for Indianapolis, 224 through the air, well-balanced attack. Stancomb with Bell in motion. Stancomb over the middle to Topper. On the right hash, gets near the 20. 4th catch for Ryan Topper. Topper led the Greyhounds last season with 8 touchdown catches. 4 catches now for 32 yards for the redshirt senior. Very experienced Greyhound group. going against a very young QU team. First down once again. Buchanan bounces it outside. Inside the 10, a flag is down. Buchanan into the end zone, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Flag down at the 16. As Buchanan sprung that one for 23 yards, but looks like it's coming back. Hold called against Indianapolis, so that'll set him back 10 yards from the spot. So now it'll be first and about 16, 15 or 16. As they push him back to the 28. Original line of scrimmage was the 23. 26-0 Greyhounds looking for more. Stankamp looking toward the end zone. Bell, and he overshot him. Bell once again had a step. But Stankamp this time overshot him. Well, with a first down shot there, and Stankamp and the Greyhounds now in a second and long. They're in firm control, 26-0. An injured player on the far side. QU defender down. We'll take a break. Just under 3.5 left to go in quarter number 3. Indianapolis in control.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Finding your passion is easy at Quincy University. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's degree or looking to go even further, at QU, your professional and academic future is bright. 40 undergrad programs include moments that become experiences, connections that become careers, and relationships that become lifelong support. We want you here. That's why we work hard to ensure that a Quincy University education is affordable. Let us help you put together a plan. Visit discover.quincy.edu to get started.
Second and 16 coming up for the Greyhounds, up 26-0. On second and 16. Stankamp. Plenty of time. He's had good protection all day long, and he finds Frank Bentley inside of the 20. Stankamp has been virtually untouched this afternoon. He has not been sacked. And he has not been under any kind of pressure. This Indianapolis offensive line, one of the best, not only in the conference, but in the entire country. On third down, they'll set up the screen. Alonzo Derrick, just inside the 15, a little bit short of the first down. Have to think this is go time. Greyhounds 1 for 2 on fourth down this afternoon. On fourth down, Stankamp. They give to Buchanan. He has plenty for a first down. He's tripped up. Might have had 6. But he was just tripped up inside the 10-yard line, but a fresh set of downs And first and goal coming for Indianapolis this drive. The Greyhounds putting on an exhibition of offense. A balance of run and pass. Rotating running backs in and out, Buchanan and Payne. Stancomb, good decision making at the quarterback position. He's been mistake-free. Buchanan bounces it back inside. Gets inside the 5-yard line, but he's stopped there. Give him 3 on that carry. That sets up second and short. All GLVC honors up and down this offensive line. And they have kept Stancomb clean and paved the way for 134 rushing yards. On second down. Stancomb will throw. Has Buchanan wide open for a touchdown. Buchanan second of the day, first receiving. And the Greyhounds add 6 more. 32-0. The long drive capped off with a touchdown. Mullins extra point up and through. 33-0. Greyhounds, they're in firm control with under 30 seconds to play in quarter number 3. Back in a moment on the GLVC Sports Network.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
UIndy goes 65 yards on 13 plays and takes almost 6 minutes off the clock and extend their lead to 33-0. Trying to keep the goose egg on the scoreboard and pick up victory number 1 of 2021 and move to 8-1 all-time against the Hawks in GLVC play. Chris Keevers looking for a career win number 10 as a head coach. Some 25 seasons as an assistant for Indianapolis, coaching the defensive side of the ball and special teams. More than 30 years of coaching experience, and it's good to see him get a head coaching job as he took over last year. And that kickoff sails out of bounds, so some good field position, some extracurriculars after the play, but no harm, no foul. Penalty flag will give the Hawks pretty good field position. Keevers played a couple of seasons at Purdue for the Boilermakers, played on the same defense as Hall of Famer Rod Woodson. So he brings a plethora of football knowledge to the head coaching position. And under his direction, Indianapolis, a 9-2 record last year, lost in the opening round of the Division II playoffs in 2019. But a 9-1 regular season record. Their only loss of the season coming against eventual GLVC champions Lindenwood, newcomers to the conference in 2019. Lindenwood, of course, opting out of this abbreviated 2021 spring campaign. Hadjasek will hand off. This is Cheatham, his high school teammate. And he's met before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. If you're head coach Gary Bass and offensive coordinator Caleb Bogart, you're just looking for the offense to find any sort of rhythm as we approach the end of quarter number 3. Looks like the Hawks will take it to the end of the quarter, flip the field, and they'll have the first possession of the fourth quarter. 45 minutes played at QU Stadium, Indianapolis in control, up 33-0. Back in a bit.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Finding your passion is easy at Quincy University. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's degree or looking to go even further, at QU, your professional and academic future is bright. 40 undergrad programs include moments that become experiences, connections that become careers, and relationships.
Hawks with the first possession of quarter number 4. Hadjasek in the shotgun for the Hawks. On second down, over the middle. Incomplete, but a flag. Looks like it's going to be PI against Indianapolis. So the Hawks will have a first down after the announcement of this penalty. A flag against Mitch DeWitt defending that pass. Redshirt senior from New Paris, Indiana. One of the top cornerbacks, one of the top secondary men for this Greyhounds defense. Making his 24th consecutive start in the secondary for Indianapolis. But he's flagged there and a first down. Ball at the 41. Hawks looking to get on the scoreboard, get rid of that goose egg, and they'll be forced to call a timeout. They have 2 remaining. 33-0, 14:56 to play fourth quarter. The abbreviated 2021 spring football season. GLVC separated into 2 divisions. This division originally had QU, Indianapolis, McKendree, and Lindenwood, but Lindenwood opting out. So now each team just playing each other once, just 2 games in the regular season. And then a GLVC championship at the end of the season with the top team from each division. Indianapolis looks like the team to beat in this division. It was going to be fun between them and Lindenwood, 2 of the top teams in the conference, along with Truman State, who's always towards the top of the league. Indianapolis looks as strong as ever, if you ask me today. Bit of a sluggish start, the opening 10 minutes or so. But once they found their footing, it's been all Greyhounds. 19 points in the second quarter. Couple of 3 touchdown passes, in fact, for Bryce Stancomb. 253 through the air, 134 yards on the ground. Almost 400 yards of total offense for Indianapolis. Just 53 yards on offense for QU. On first down, Hadjasek. There's a flag on the play as Hadjasek is pushed out of bounds, an incomplete pass. Flag down at the 33. Just a reminder, QU baseball in action. First pitch just about an hour or so from now at 3:30 against Truman State. Warming up just across the way. Hold called against QU. We'll set him back 10 yards. So they'll bring up 1st and 20 for this Hawks offense. Fourth penalty called against the Hawks, 35 yards, 6 penalties, 387 yards of offense for UIndy. Hawks have not broken the century mark. On 1st and 20. And a false start. Mario Rowland, the left guard, a little bit shaken up. Taylor Temple, the running back into the game for QU. But his first snap will have to wait one more, and the Hawks are backed up again. 1st and 25. And Mario Rowland will have to exit as he hobbles to the sideline. Cole Dietrich, redshirt freshman, comes in for him at left guard. Rather, that's Cade Cameron into the game at left guard. A first down carry. Taylor Temple. His first carry as a Hawk. There's a loss of 2. 2nd and long. Hawks need to get to the Greyhound 49 for a first down. From their own 23-yard line on 2nd down. Grant Hadjasek getting to run the offense here in his first collegiate game after he took over for Tion Harris. He goes up the right side, and it's incomplete. Looking for his tight end, Garrett Drew. And now 3rd and a country mile. 3rd and 28 to be exact. Greyhounds took almost 6 minutes off the clock and marched 65 yards on 13 plays on their last drive. The Hawks have moved backwards 12 yards on this drive. Timeout, Greyhounds. $14 minutes to play in quarter number 4. We'll keep it here. Greyhounds in control, 33-0. Chris Keevers looking for win number 10 as a head coach. 3 decades plus of coaching experience at the collegiate level. And he has his Greyhounds firing on all cylinders this afternoon. As Hawks offense has sputtered most of the day after that first drive. New quarterback, new offensive coordinator. They lost a lot of weapons. Some seniors to graduation, some transfers. So basically an entirely new offense for QU here in 2021. And looking to get things going here in quarter number 4 and at least get on the scoreboard. Trying to do it with the freshman, Grant Hadjasek. Just 1 for 5 on his first 5 pass attempts. On 3rd down, Hadjasek. on play action, and he is wrapped up in the backfield once again. Gavin Bain drops Hajicek for a loss of 6. And once again, the Hawks will punt. 8th punt of the day for Michael Klotz. That left leg has gotten a workout. Davion Bell just on his side of the 50, ready to return. Klotz kicking into the wind. High spiraling kick, and Bell will return. And he can't break free from the Hawks coverage team as he's dropped inside the 40. Taylor Temple and a host of others in there to stop Bell as he loses yards on the return. Hawks punt coverage team has been a bright spot today. They've held Bell largely in check on punt returns. Did have a 50-yard kick return in the first half. Here's Buchanan. Gain of 7. Jaquan Buchanan having himself a nice day as he rotates out for Chris Payne. 141 yards on the ground for the Greyhounds this afternoon, 87 of those belonging to Buchanan. 51 on 11 carries for Payne. And another Hawk is down. That's Will Henniger. And these Hawks, who are already banged up, will lose another defensive player, at least for the time being. Second down and 3. Payne stopped near the line of scrimmage. Lazarick Hill there to stop him in the backfield. Promising young freshman, Lazarick Hill. Free safety. Played wide receiver, returned kicks in high school. Plays with that aggression and intensity that coaches just love to see. He's on the blitz here, but Stancomb rolling out, and he's tripped up by Chappell. So that'll bring up 4th down on the Greyhound side of midfield. And they'll send out the punt unit. So the Hawks make a stand and will force a punt from Brian Mullins. 3 punts along of 55. He's averaged close to 48 yards per punt. Pretty good kick here from Mullins, and Sullivan inside his own 10. And this is an absolute beauty as it's down at the 1. Mullins pins the Hawks in the shadow of their own goalpost. 57 yards on the punt as it carried about 47 yards and bounced beautifully inside the 5. And the Hawks will have to go nearly the full 100 if they want to get on the scoreboard. That's the worst starting field position since the Greyhounds started at their own 4 back in the first quarter on their opening drive. There's 44 yards of total offense for the Hawks, and not getting any easier starting at their own 1-yard line. Stancomb under center. First time we've seen either quarterback under center. Stancomb will sneak it. Did he get out? Yes, he did. Just barely got across the line of scrimmage. And that play right there is a testament to the battle up front. This Indianapolis front seven getting into the backfield with ease, it seems like. They were 8th in the country in 2019 in tackles for loss. And they have plenty of those today. Out of the shotgun, and they have another safety. Second safety of the day, as Griffin is stopped in his own end zone. 35-0. Not too often you see a safety in any case, but to have two in the same game is something you almost never see. And the Greyhounds once again will get the ball back. We'll step aside for 30 seconds, just over 10 to play. Greyhounds up 35.
Soccer is a physically demanding sport that often results in a tie. Student life comes with its own demands, and often it feels like the losses outnumber the wins. Sometimes you just need someone to listen. It's comforting to know our Quincy team extends beyond the field.
They're just so young. And 35-0 after the safety. And Michael Klotz will kick off from his own 20. Davion Bell and Aaron Macchio back around their own 25. Second safety of the afternoon. The other came on a botched punt that made it 9-0. Now 35-0. Pretty good kick here by Klotz. Bell from his own 18. Davion Bell across the 40, hit hard at the 45 and dropped just shy of the 50. And any time Davion Bell gets his hands on the football, there's a potential for a big play. Stopped at the Indianapolis 49. That's where they will take over, up 35-0. Stancomb. A little bit of miscommunication, but Stancomb is still going to get about 5 yards. As he and Chris Payne were on the same page. Stancomb tried to give his handoff to the right, and Clinton was on the opposite side. Stancomb still gets 5 out of it. Stancomb will throw on second down, and he gets it to Topper, shakes off a couple of tacklers, and he gets pushed forward inside the 30. The big receiver, Ryan Topper, 6'3", 214 pounds, pinballing his way inside the 30. And Indianapolis not putting the brakes on just yet. Stancomb on first down. Payne, the carry. Up the middle. Gain of 7. Stop there by Colin Ola Chapman. Second and 4. We'll say 3. Here's Buchanan. He's got 2 touchdowns today. He has a first down there. 1 through the air, 1 on the ground for Buchanan. Now up over 90 yards on the ground, 25 through the air on a couple of catches. And the Greyhounds over 430 total yards. Last season averaged over 500 yards of total offense per game. Set a new school record. That pass a little low for Buchanan. Both these teams set all kinds of program records on the offensive side of the ball last year. Indianapolis scoring offense, total offense, and total touchdowns. Those records set last year. They turned the ball over just 7 times all of last year. They've turned it over once today, but it hasn't cost them. Buchanan bouncing off tacklers, driving his way near a first down, and he's got it. How about this effort from Jaquan Buchanan? He and Chris Payne splitting carries. The 2 feature backs for Indianapolis. No Al McKellar for this shortened season, but no matter. Stancomb will throw. He's got all day to throw. He hasn't been touched today. To the end zone and a touchdown, but looks like it might be coming back. There's actually 2 flags. One on the near side at the 9-yard line. Looks like it might have been a hold, and then there's a flag also on the far side near the goal line. Two flags. Looks like the one on the near side was against UIndy. Not sure what the far one was. They're both on UIndy, and an eligible man downfield and a hold. So the Hawks will accept the holding penalty and push the Greyhounds back 10 yards rather. So wave off the touchdown once again. The third UIndy touchdown to be called back by a penalty. But they still put 35 points on the board. So now 1st and goal from the 16. Greyhounds have been dominant. And the scoreboard definitely tells the story. Payne bounces to the outside. Nice ankle tackle by Lazarick Hill. So Lazarick Hill, talented freshman, makes the stop. And a 2nd and goal now from the 12. Stancomb on play action, looking for his tight end, and Hill once again is there for the stop. Got it out to Tyler Thomas, the tight end, but once again Lazarick Hill coming downhill to make the stop. They love the way this freshman plays the game. Even down 35-0. 2 excellent tackles on the last 2 plays by Hill. On 3rd and goal, Stancomb looking to the end zone, and it is dropped. Alonzo Derrick was open in the end zone, but the pass fell to the ground. So we'll have the second field goal attempt for Brian Mullins. This will be from 26 to try to make it 38-0. Stancomb is the holder. Good snap, good hold, low kick, and it's good. So Mullins 2 for 2 on field goals this afternoon. And the Greyhounds dominating in all facets of the game. 38-0. QU has the ball when we come back.
Soccer is a physically demanding sport that often results in a tie. Student life comes with its own demands, and often it feels like the losses outnumber the wins. Sometimes you just need someone to listen. It's comforting to know our Quincy team extends beyond the field.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
38-0 Greyhounds. They're in control. Hawks will get the ball back for at least one more possession after the 26-yard field goal by Brian Mullins, his second of the day. Had one right at the end of the first half, which made it 26-0. And he will boot it away. And a return out across the 25. Trajan Thornton on that return. Out near the 30, so pretty good return there for Thornton on his first effort. And now this Hawks offense will trot back onto the field. I want to say a special hello to former QU offensive coordinator Keith Bearfield, tuned in this afternoon to watch his former squad. Took a job as the head coach or the offensive coordinator rather at Lake Gibson High School, 6A program down in Florida. So I want to thank Coach Bearfield for tuning in today and thank all of you for sticking with us. 38-0, Indianapolis in firm control. That pass incomplete from Hadjasek. The Hawks defense was tough early on, held the Greyhound offense largely in check in the first quarter. But with the offense sputtering like it is, that can be taxing on a defense, and it's shown as the Greyhounds have just worn down these Hawks. Second and 10. Hadjasek will take off and run. He's got close to a first down. He's shown some prowess with the legs. Just one completion. But he's had a couple of nice runs. And he's out to the 36, sets up 3rd and 2. Just 6 first downs all day for this Hawks offense. 3 of them coming on the opening possession. Under 5 to play in the fourth quarter. On 3rd down. Taylor Temple, first down carry. And his second carry results in a first down. 7th first down for the Hawks this afternoon. First down throw here for Hajicek. He wants to go deep and does. But Garrett Drew was hung up there by Mike Brown. Hajicek now 1 for 7. Here comes Temple, and he's hit hard. That blow delivered by Caleb Henderson. Temple gets about 6 on that carry, 3rd and 4. Third and 5. Temple get the carry once again. He's met in the backfield. Nate Curtis. KJ Rodebush, rather, making the stop in the backfield. And Michael Klotz will punt once again. Alonzo Derrick will get his first punt return, but he won't touch the ball as it goes down to about the 20. So Michael Klotz, what could be his final punt of the day with 2:20 left, puts Indianapolis at their own 20. We'll get our first look at Christian Conkling into the game at quarterback for Indianapolis. Conkling, redshirt freshman from Anderson, Indiana, 6'3", 204 pounds. Seeing his first action. And Stancom's day is through as that first down carry by Lenny Bennett picks up a few. For Stancomb this afternoon, 24 for 33 passing. That's good for about 73% of his completions. 275 yards, 3 touchdowns. And he was only hit one time. That was a sack. Shaquan Buchanan over 100 yards on the ground. UIndy has amassed over 450 yards of offense. Here goes Bennett out near the 40 as he's shoved out of bounds after a first down. 2 timeouts aside. So the Greyhounds can all but ice it here. Up 38-0. Getting the redshirt freshman Conklin some playing time. Here is Bennett once again on the carry, but he's met in the backfield and dropped. Marcel Ellis there on the stop. 2nd and 13. Just a couple more plays left in this ball game. Greyhounds are on their way to win number 10 in the last 2 seasons. On 2nd down, Conkling gives to Bennett once again. It's met by a couple of Hawks there. Ola Chapman, one of them. Timeout, QU. 35 seconds to go. Hawks will be in action next week against McKendree. Indianapolis has the week off, and then they will face McKendree the following week. That game at 3 o'clock in Lebanon, Illinois. Can catch the action on GLVC Sports Network. Also, don't forget to check out WGEM Sports Radio. Will Connerly doing a fine job in the room right next to us, as a matter of fact, calling the action on the radio side of things. Third down coming up for Indianapolis from the 42. One timeout left for Quincy if they decide to use it. Bennett gets another carry, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. And the Hawks will use their final timeout. .33 seconds to go, so the Hawks will at least get the ball back one more time to try to give their offense a little bit more work. Just getting some reps here in the final seconds, final minutes of this contest. Game all but decided to never stop till the final whistle. We signed up for 60, so we'll get it. Hawks will get the ball with under 30 seconds left, as Mullins will send it away to Paul Sullivan. Left-footed kicker. Mullins gets it away. Fair catch called for by Sullivan. He'll let it bounce. And another beautiful kick by Mullins down to the 5 with 18 seconds to go. They spot the ball at the 6-yard line, so likely just a few more plays left for this afternoon of football. We thank you for joining us here on the GLVC Sports Network. Hasn't been the result the home crowd has wanted to see, but we could not ask for a better day. Here in the first weekend of April, Easter weekend, we hope it's spent with friends and family. Hope everyone is safe and healthy and enjoying this beautiful Easter weekend. And we're happy to bring you football and baseball as well, coming up in about a half an hour. I'll be on the call with Hunter Voth for that one. You can join us at 3:30 as the QU Hawks look for the sweep against Truman State. But still some unfinished business here as the Hawks get the ball back one more time with 18 seconds to go. Grant Hadjasek and the Hawks offense with one more drive with 18 seconds left. On first down, Miles Cheatham met at the line of scrimmage, and that will likely be the final play of this game. Indianapolis was dominant from the end of the first quarter on, and they come into QU Stadium and win 38-17. 38-0. That'll do it for us here at the GLVC Sports Network. Got to get over for baseball, move all this equipment over and hop on over to the other side of the QU Hawks, QU Stadium facility. 38-0 your final. Indianapolis wins it. QU on the road to face McKendree next weekend. See you for baseball in about a half an hour.